guys, it's Megan. So I'm going to get ready with you guys, but I have like a theme to this one. I love when I do this type of thing, type of get ready with me. So this is, I'm going to do a look using just the makeup that if all my makeup disappeared, this is what I would buy. And I'm so excited about this because I was gonna just like talk about the products like in a normal video, but I was like, why not use them all with you guys? So I do have to say, like I think just two things. I don't have the exact product because I just don't have it or it's not open yet and I already have something similar open. So I'll mention those when I'm at that stage. But for the most part, I have everything, including brushes, that if literally everything I owned disappeared, which is honestly kind of a great thought, like just getting rid of everything and starting over. If that happened, these would be my go-to products that I would want to buy first before anything else. They're my favorites, my go-tos, standbys. They're just awesome and they make me, like, they help me achieve a look that I feel like myself with. It's not anything crazy. It's very Megan products. So these are like my holy grail / if all my makeup disappeared, this is what I would buy. So I'm going to start with my eyes. I would just get a translucent powder if that happened. I happen to have the MAC Prep and Prime transparent powder, but I would probably, just to start out, get the e.l.f. one and see how that is, because I just use this and I would definitely get a MAC 217. I only have 2 eye brushes and then 3 face brushes. So I would get a transparent powder because my friend Maria on here, she taught me this awesome trick that if you put a transparent powder on before your cream shadows or your eyeshadows, it just helps them last a lot longer because it like absorbs any of the oils on your eyes. And I find that that trick really, really helps. So I would just get the e.l.f. one, but right now I am using this MAC. Then, of course, you guys see this coming, I would definitely buy Benefit Birthday Suit Creaseless Cream. This is my favorite eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow formula, as well as my favorite cream eyeshadow color ever. And when I first got this, I was in my freshman year of college. This is the second one that I've owned, like the second container of it. And in the summer, I would just wear this, like I would apply it with my finger and I would put a layer on and then put a little more in the crease, and it was like so perfect. It was great for really quick makeup, and if you were just like doing nothing, like usually I do makeup when I'm doing nothing anyhow, but if you really just want a simple look, or if you're like going to the beach or something, like I don't usually wear makeup to the beach, but just if you want a little something on your eye, this is just so pretty. And this is a very sheer layer because I used a brush and I like applying cream shadows with a brush, so this is very like natural to me, like I would do this step. But it's easy to use your finger and get a little more of that shine. It's just so gorgeous. These are the creamiest cream shadows ever. They last forever. Like the product actually lasts a very long time without drying up. They last forever on your eyes. All around amazing. Highly recommend the Benefit Creaseless Creams. And I know at least once or twice a year at Ulta, they do like 50% off of those. So that would be a really great time to try those out. Okay, so for eyeshadows, I picked a brand and I would get MAC shadows. A few years ago, I would definitely have said Burberry, but they have since changed the formula, which pains me to no end. So I would definitely get MAC shadows. So these are all my MAC shadows. Obviously, I wouldn't go out and buy all of these. I would definitely start with some mattes and then my favorite like shimmer colors. So these are my 2 favorite MAC palettes, and I love the quads. I love how they look. I just love them so much, and I love that you can see through them. That's like a big thing for me. So if I were to start out my whole makeup collection again, I would probably get these exact 8 shades to start out with, and I might not buy all 8, but if I were to pick 8 shades, they would definitely be these. So this is like hard to do for some reason. So I have soft brown, which is a must-have. Anyone should own soft brown. I took forever to get it, but I love it. Kid is an awesome matte transition color. Quarry is a great purple tone transition. And then this is Brown Script. This is such a beautiful, really rich red matte, and I have a, like, the simplest fall smoky eye ever, I think is what I titled it. I'll link that Get Ready With Me down below because I'm just using this eyeshadow. So easy and so gorgeous. And then this is my first MAC palette ever. I won this from Lorraine, the current custom, several years ago, and I'm in love with it. So I have Naked Lunch, Satin, Taupe. Those are two, like, those two are probably my favorite. Then Mulch and Carbon. And I originally really hated Carbon. I thought that it wasn't that pigmented, and I was just like such a snob about it. But honestly, having a not too intense, crazy pigmented black is fine for me. I'm not doing like avant-garde makeup where I need it to be the blackest black. I usually just like to do like smoky looks. So this is absolutely perfect. So these would be the 6, 8, sorry, it's my brain is still half off. These would be the 8 shadows that I would definitely pick to start out with. So I'm going to just do a normal look that I would do. So I'm gonna take soft brown, and still with my MAC 217. This is really the only brush that I would absolutely need, and I might not use the second brush that I picked, but I'll show you guys what it is anyhow. So I like to start with a transition color, which is why I made this little quad of matte shades, because I always tend to need one, especially of these 3 shades, either a warm, a cool, or a neutral, to put in my crease to start out the look. And it's just so easy. I can't get over it. Okay. Then I really love Naked Lunch. This is actually in my project pan. I want to hit pan on it because I don't know if you can tell, but I have a huge dip in it. And I just think it would be so cool to hit pan on this eyeshadow. So this is not the most pigmented shadow, but as you can see on my eyes, it is so gorgeous and just brightening to the eyes. It has a pink, like, shell tone to it, and it is just so gorgeous. This is definitely one that I would always want in my collection. And then I want to add some Mulch, and this is just a gorgeous, like, bronzy brown color. Oh, it's so pretty. And this goes really well with Constructivist Paint Pot by MAC. I really like that paint pot. It's the only one I have, but honestly, you don't need it to make the shadow look beautiful. So I'm clearly going for more of a bronze look. Usually I do cool tone, but that soft brown really inspired me. But if I wanted to put more shadow in the crease, I would use the Louise Young LY38B. And this just fits perfectly in my crease, and it literally does all the work for you. Okay, I'm going to show you it because it's incredible, and I know I've gotten a lot of comments over the years saying, you heard me talk about how this brush literally does all the work for you, and it actually does. Like, I wish Louise Young sponsored me. I would love if she sponsored me, but, like, she has no idea I exist. So just take a little bit of the shadow on your brush. I'm just using Mulch again, and just put it in your crease. And if you don't have a crease, you can put it where you would want your crease. And then I kind of lifted my eyes, but now I'm going to relax them and just put it right in that outermost part. And so it's placing the color so it's darker in this one area, but it's also feathering it out because these are all hand cut, and it's shorter on this side and then longer tapered in the middle. So those little short bristles just blended out with no effort. Like, you could just sit here all day and it wouldn't look patchy. It wouldn't look terrible. It's just perfect. It's just perfect, you guys. And you can buy Louise Young brushes at Nordstrom, which is definitely where I would recommend buying them, because Louise Young, I believe, is based out of the UK, and it was really hard slash impossible to get her brushes before Nordstrom started carrying them. So it's just the easiest look ever. I don't do a brow bone highlight. Usually I just take whatever brush I use for my lid and kind of just blend it up there. That's just what I do. I never have really been into brow bone highlights, so that's why I never show them in my Get Ready With Me's. So that is what I would do. Then, okay, so I would want something at the base of the lashes, and clearly I didn't think this through very well because I forgot to put a brush specifically for this, but a MAC 217 can definitely do this for you. So I'm going to take Carbon just a little bit on the tip of my MAC 217, and I don't feel like I look like myself without eyeliner on the top, and I especially like it when it's a little bit smoky. So this is pretty fluffy right now, so I'm just gonna pinch it a little bit, and you could even use like a Q-tip or something for this, and I'm just gonna smoke it onto my lash line. I just want to show you guys how you can multitask your brushes, and I love brushes that you can do, like, you can do your whole eye look with, basically. So it's not going to be as pigmented as if you had a pencil brush, but I'm going over this with a liquid liner anyhow, so it's okay. I just want that like smokiness at the base of my lashes. So then the next thing, my eyeliner, is one of the things that I don't have the thing that I would purchase open. So currently I have the Dollywink liquid liner open, which is really good. But I don't have a store where I could buy this. I would definitely buy the Jessie's Girl liquid eyeliner. This is the best, the least expensive, the easiest, the prettiest packaging. Everything that's awesome about liquid liner, this like has it all. So it's basically exactly the same as this Dollywink one, where it has this awesome pen tip and it's like actual bristles. It's not a felt tip to it. So that's why I don't mind using this one to show you guys, because it's a very similar effect. I just don't have a store where I could buy this. I got this in Irvine, California at like a little Asian shop. But if I were to start my makeup collection all over again, I would definitely get the Jessie's Girl. So I just love these pen style liners. They're so easy to me. This is how I have really practiced my liquid liner. And I'm definitely not going to say that I'm an expert at it or anything, but I don't feel intimidated by it like I used to. And I just love how like a wing liner looks on me. So I'm glad that I found the type of tool that can help me get the look that I want. And it's just so easy to use these pen style liners. Oh, and then I go and mess up everything. That's cool. Like I said, I'm still half asleep. But we can wipe that away. Okay, so this mess up that I did on my liquid liner, I'm just taking a dry Q-tip and I'm just kind of rubbing it back and forth on that little messed up area. And it's similar to when you mess up your mascara, you can just fix it like that. Now I'm just gonna go over with the eyeshadow and then just fix that a little bit. There. Okay. So I would definitely get the Jessie's Girl liner. And then I always move on to my face at this point. I don't do my mascara until like my entire face makeup is done. So I have like two of the best products in the world, and they're both from the drugstore. So my favorite concealer like ever is this LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I use the shade Natural. One of you guys told me about this when I was really interested in buying the Giorgio Armani Master Correctors, and you said that these concealers, and you gave me specific colors including Natural, which has this salmon-y tone to it. I don't know if you can tell next to my skin. So it's not like a skin match for me. It's the same like depth of my skin, but it's not the same tone, but it really just brightens under my eyes. And I love that it's a squeezy tube. This is a brand new bottle I just got, and I ordered this on drugstore.com. So I love that it's a squeezy tube, first of all. I love this freaking color, and it's just the easiest concealer ever. I really like the texture of it. It's not too thin and not too thick. And I just put a little bit under my eyes. I think it's weird when I see tutorials where people have like concealer from like here to here just like covered. If I did that, I would have such crepey under eyes. It would look so terrible. But this just really brightens up that area for me. And it doesn't look orange or anything crazy. It just really blends in, and I love the Real Technique setting brush for under eye concealer. It's my favorite brush. It's what I use with every concealer under my eyes. And I also love under eye concealer for kind of cleaning up any mistakes that you might have done with your eyeshadow. Like if anything kind of fell down some more. And if you have major fallout, I would wipe it away. Like if you just have a little bit of darkness near your lash line, this just really brightens it, and it's just so natural. I don't know if you can tell, but it just looks awesome. And this is literally $3. Amazing. So I love that. I would have to have that. And then my all-time favorite foundation out of every foundation I have ever tried. I have really expensive ones from Guerlain and Chanel that I really enjoy. I really like some other drugstore ones like the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous, but that oxidizes a lot on me. This is the best that I've ever found, and my best friend Chloe, who has extremely combination skin, she can be very oily or very dry. This is also her favorite. I have more normal skin. This is the perfect foundation for literally anyone. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. They got this so right. It is insane. I love that it's in a squeezy tube. It's so easy to travel with, have in your makeup bag, take on a long trip, on a plane. Literally, this is perfect. It doesn't leak anywhere. I love the coverage of this, and I love how it looks like skin. I wore this yesterday to work, and I just couldn't stop staring at myself in the mirror every time I went to the bathroom. I was like, this foundation is better than like any foundation like 5 or 6 or 7 times more expensive than this. It's crazy. So this is the shade Shell Beige, which is too deep for me right now. So I'm using the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation in white, and I've mentioned this a few times before, but I think this is a must-have in any pale person's makeup collection. I don't know if I would necessarily go out right away and buy it. I would just buy the correct foundation color, but this foundation, it just is a little too dark for me because it's winter. But I just love the white foundation, the ability that I have to manipulate the color of my foundations without changing the formula. So the foundation brush that I would definitely buy is the Real Technique Sculpting brush, and I found that you can buy this separately. I got this in their Sculpting kit, I believe, and I'm pretty sure they still have that kit. But this brush just, I don't know, it just fits everywhere, like around your nose, under your eyes, between your eyebrows. It just fits like so unbelievably well in all these areas, and it blends it without looking really streaky. And the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which is a similar shape to this, but it's like a little shorter and it doesn't have that angle. That brush gave me so many streaks. I hated that brush so much. I really like the Real Techniques buffing brush, just like the round top one. But this one is my absolute favorite because it just fits around my face so well, and it just blends everything so beautifully. So that is one layer of that foundation, and it just evens everything out. I still have a ton on the back of my hand. Sometimes I would go over my cheeks a little more, but I feel like I really like the coverage. So this is how natural, I hope you can see how natural this foundation is. It doesn't look like foundation, it feels like skin, and I'm a little dry around my nose, so it doesn't look absolutely perfect, but honestly throughout the day this looks better than any other foundation, including my favorite Chanel Perfection Lumiere. This L'Oreal, there's nothing better than this that I have ever tried, so I love this and would definitely buy that first. Okay, so now moving on to the rest of the face. So I picked 3 cheek products, a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter that are definitely my go-tos. I don't know if I'll just use the bronzer just for the hell of it, but I love this Kevyn Aucoin Tropical Nights bronzing powder. So I also have the Tropical Days, which I'll show you just for comparison's sake. And these are just gorgeous products. I got rid of all my other bronzers. This is the Tropical Days and this is the Tropical Nights. So they're the ombre, and then Tropical Days, which is this one, has more of a warm tone, and then Tropical Nights is the cool tone. I prefer the cool tone for most of the year, and then I like the Tropical Days for the summertime. And the only cheek brush that I would want to get, that I would absolutely need to get, is the Morphe E3 brush. This brush, if you guys have been following me at least since this summer, you know my obsession with this brush. So this is the perfect brush for every cheek product, and I love it especially for bronzer. So I just take the whole, I just swirl my brush through this bronzer, and I love it for more of a contour. I never really do super harsh contour or anything, but I really like these bronzers because they're not too pigmented, but they're not too sheer either. A lot of the times, at least for me, since I'm so fair, it's hard to find a bronzer that shows up, that isn't too orange or too dark, but that's also not so pigmented that it just looks like a streak on my face. So with these, you can really just blend them, and they're just so easy. And even though this is the cool tone, it's not like gray. It's still that beautiful bronzy color, but it's just cooler than the Tropical Days. And it gives you just a little bit of definition around your cheeks. And it's just so gorgeous. So I love that for sure. Then the highlighter that I would definitely pick is Becca Moonstone. This is my favorite shade from Becca. I have several other colors and they're all gorgeous, but definitely my go-to is Moonstone, which is the first one that I bought. And again, I'm just going to use this brush, just the tip, and just the tip. And just put this on the very tops of my cheekbones. And I have a bad habit of bringing my highlighter way too far in, so I'm trying to practice keeping it back further, but it's very hard for me because I have trained myself to bring it in to the apples of my cheeks, which is fine sometimes, but I think from day to day it's just a little too much. But this is so gorgeous on fair skin. This is the absolute prettiest Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector on fair skin, and she just brought out Pearl as a pressed skin perfector as opposed to just the cream and the liquid, and I have that as well, and it's very pretty, but it's very, very white. So this, I think, is just a little more natural on me because it is more of that skin tone color, but it's very light. So I love these skin perfectors. They're amazing. And then the blush that I would definitely pick first to buy is Chanel Rose Bronze. This is this blush makes me so happy. I love how this looks. I love how this wears. It is one of the longest lasting blushes I have ever used, ever. And it has this gorgeous golden sheen. So you don't even really need a highlighter if you don't want to. But I think layering it with a highlighter, I really like to do highlighter first and then blush second. I've been trying to get into that habit. It just, blending it with the highlighter, and the more you like buff out this blush, the more of that gold sheen you see, and it's just so freaking gorgeous on my skin. And you would think that this blush is too dark for really fair skin tones, but I just think it's gorgeous. You have to use a light hand, and sometimes I can go a little overboard, especially near my nose, but I'm just taking my foundation brush and just kind of buffing that out, and it literally fixes everything. It's just so pretty. I love the packaging. I love that it's Chanel, and more than anything, I just love the color. I love the wear time, and I love how it gives me this fresh, really, really pretty and natural glow to my cheeks. It's just gorgeous. It's perfect for all year round. I truly, truly love that. Okay, then for eyebrows, right now I'm using the tinted brow gel from Anastasia. I would probably get the NYX Micro Brow. I don't have the color that I would absolutely get. I would get Auburn. Definitely. That is what I would buy if all my makeup disappeared. And then probably the translucent or the clear brow gel from Anastasia. That's what I would ideally use, but I don't have my brow pencil with me. So to do both in one, to get the color and the like gel, I'm just going to use this tinted brow gel, which I really do like. It's very quick and easy, and my hair, because I dye it, is more of a red tone and deeper than my natural brows, so I like to have a more red tone eyebrow product to just help them match up, because if I don't, my eyebrows just look gray next to my hair, and I don't like how that looks. Okay, two last things, mascara and lips. So if all my makeup disappeared, I would run out right away and get L'Oreal Voluminous. But right now I have so many mascaras that I bought over last year. They just have accumulated, which I never ever do that, but I did. And so I don't have that mascara, and I wasn't gonna go and buy one more mascara. So I'm using the Dior Show Iconic Over Curl right now, and I love this mascara. This is one of my favorites, but I just love L'Oreal Voluminous more than any other mascara, high-end or low-end, that I've ever tried. L'Oreal Voluminous is like my baby. No, like I've never used it and not liked my lashes. It's just always perfect. But right now I'm using these fancy schmancy ones, and I'm really enjoying them. But if I were to lose all of these fancy mascaras, the one that I would definitely repurchase will always be L'Oreal Voluminous. And Chloe also loves that mascara, and her other favorite is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, which I've heard so many people over the years rave about, but I have never actually tried it. So I do want to try that at some point when I run out of mascara, which I don't think will be for quite some time. But she said that one's really awesome for length, and then of course the L'Oreal Voluminous is great for volume. So that mascara, I've been using it since high school, I think. Like, I remember always using it. I never really used other mascaras. I tried other ones, but I never loved them like I love L'Oreal Voluminous. And even when I'm using like these really fancy, high-end, expensive-ass mascaras, and I get a new tube of L'Oreal Voluminous, I'm like, why did I spend like $20 more on any other mascara? Like, I would buy L'Oreal Voluminous if it was like $30. I think it's that good, but I'm glad that it's not. And honestly, it's so much better than any other high-end mascara. that I've ever used. Even the ones that I really like YSL Shocking, that's a gorgeous mascara, but literally L'Oreal Voluminous is like even more awesome than that one. So I don't know. I don't know why I keep trying new mascaras, because I know that that's the only one I like, but that I really love, but that's just what we do when we're addicted to makeup. So the last makeup thing that I would definitely 100% buy first is a gorgeous lipstick. And you would think that I would go out and get the L'Oreal Color Reach Balm in Nourishing Nude, but unfortunately, like last year, mid last year, they changed the formula and they changed the color of my beloved Nourishing Nude. So if they didn't ever change that, there would be no question I would definitely buy that. But since they did, I am picking another lipstick, and this is my favorite lipstick of 2015 by far, and I love this. This is the Urban Decay Revolution lipstick in Naked. It is so gorgeous. I have used almost the full bullet of it, and I just love this. My boss complimented me yesterday on my lipstick, and it just reiterated how beautiful this is. So I'm gonna shut up so I can actually apply it. It's just the prettiest neutral pink, and I am not a pink person. I hate pink lipstick. If anyone has a video called like best pink lipsticks ever, I have no interest in that. I don't think I look good in pink lipstick. I don't like it. I have a lot of yellow in my skin, and so I like more neutral, like mauve-y tones than pink. This is probably as pink as I would really go, because it's more of a neutral. It's not like this bright blue base pink. It definitely has more yellow in it. Like the base of it is more warm, but it's not like orange. It's just so pretty, and it goes with like every look. Like this is a warm tone smoky eye look, but it goes with purples, neutrals, just literally anything. It's awesome. I keep this in my purse because it's just so perfect. And let me roll it down so you can see. I've used that much. That's a lot for me. Like, let's see how much is left. That looks like a lot more than I expected. Thank God, because I want this forever. But this is something that I would hands down run out and buy like right away. It is a must-have for me. So that is the completed look. It's not anything groundbreaking or revolutionary, the look that I did. It's just easy. I just feel like myself with this look. This is exactly the type of makeup that I love on myself. And these are hands down the products that I would buy in a heartbeat if all of my makeup disappeared. So I really encourage you guys to go through your collection and think about what products you would just make a whole new collection with if you had to start all over again. And if you make videos, I would love to see a video of you just talking about them or using them in a Get Ready With Me or tutorial. I just love this. I think you guys learned a little bit more about why I like these products, and I just had so much fun filming this. So I hope you enjoyed it as well, and I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you really soon. Bye.